You see many of the cars here, already with awards from other events. Look at how this is arranged. Look how cool, with the sax over there. It probably doesn't weigh as much as it looks. It's just to make the drawing here from our imagination, carrying, walking along the roads. Oh, it's light, really cool. The arrangement of this is really beautiful. How much of this have we seen around out there? Now, it's a show at the exhibition, man. When would we ever have imagined that, right? No, I haven't seen many Chevrolet Brazil myself, but I know that you guys who watch here, the older folks worked a lot with these cars, so they saw this all the time. On the roads, I saw this a lot. This is more for my generation who saw it running and didn't care, right? Yeah, I thought it was cool. It was a truck. Now I look at it and say, wow, I miss what we have already lived. You still see many of these around, but not in this condition. Look at this. The restoration work done on this is impressive. Look at the colors, the height of the truck, the suspension modified for cruising. This probably doesn't haul heavy loads anymore. Look here, check out the chassis, man. I think it's really beautiful. This customization work and chassis finishing. How beautiful it is, look. How beautiful this is, well painted, well finished, all the corners. You don't see any welding mistakes, painting mistakes, nothing sticking out, no drips, nothing. Everything's perfect. Isn't it crazy? Look at how this looks. How long has the little voyage been in the family?
32 years.
32 years? Did you learn to drive in this car?
I learned to drive in this car for 15 years. That was my father's car, right? He bought it for me in 1987. Then he kept this car until 2006, he passed away. After 2006, my mother kept the car in the garage until 2017 to use it as inheritance payment, among other reasons. She sold the car. She sold it, they bought it from us. I wanted to keep the car, you know? She sold it, but I got it back in 2023 after searching for the car.
He bought it back after finding it.
I found it there in Rio Grande do Sul, in Veranópolis, the car.
Look, and it was in good shape, like that. Did you do anything to it?
And it was in that condition, but I made a few improvements in some aspects, a few little things. Then it was a story. There's no way not to get emotional when I brought the car back.
Oh, imagine, man. Crazy, dude. Look at this. Open the door. I want to look inside. The condition of the car is really impressive. The condition of the car is like new. You remember, right? I even filmed the grille here in front. Look. Look trim. 32 years in the family. Man, I'm not going to miss the chance to film a little goal leaving. Look. See you. Look.
89,000 kilometers.
89,000 kilometers? Let's go. I'm dying to smell it. Dude, it's brand new, man. Brand new. Open the door for me, please. Look at that. Wow, smell that, man. That's awesome. The car is still great. It's always been well maintained, right, Allison?
Always. It's always been in the family.
Yeah.
Today, a bit more than this.
Of course.
The car has been well taken care of, yes.
Who? And whoever bought it took care of it.
There, he danced on the weekends and kept the car during the week.
And he used it well, right? Very wild, but really cool, man.
The car that brought me home from the hospital after I was born.
You came home from the hospital in this car?
They picked me up from the hospital in this car when I was born.
Look at all the memories this guy has with just one car. Can you imagine how important this is in his life, man?
I don't know how to talk about that.
You see, it could be any car. Look, any car. The importance of this in a single human being's life, man. So many memories tied to just one car. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. Really cool. Congratulations on the story and on the car, too. Super beautiful, really well taken care of. You don't need to do anything else.
Like, it's a son.
It's really like a son, a member of the family. There's nothing else to say. Is this your sister here?
My sister at 15 in 1989, this photo.
In 1989, at 15 years old?
In this vehicle here.
In this car here, exactly this car here. That's wild. The car is identical. Nothing's different. Wow, man, that's crazy, dude. Look at the car here, bro. That's awesome. That's so cool. On television, it's all about oil.
I told him right there, look, you have to join the Dripping Oil Club. You have to join the Dripping Oil Club. He's crazy, a pickup truck just like you.
Do you like it too?
He's crazy about pickup trucks.
There's the whole family right there.
You know what I like about your channel? I just explained it to him.
It's that you show all kinds of cars.
Yes,
You tour Brazil displaying cars.
that's right, that's it.
You made my day.
No way, I won.
I'm such a big fan of yours.
Thank you, everyone, thanks.
Where's the...
Here, look, got it right here? There you go.
My Corcel is in perfect condition.
Thank you for the affection. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for the affection. Thanks, take care, bye-bye. Man, something like this is priceless. Really, it is. Look, from this sequence, yeah. Look, the GSI is arriving. The only car here that's foreign is the Omega. Other than that, everyone else is local. Check out this cool row. There are a lot of local cars at this event here in Criciúma. I think that's fantastic. Take a look at the Corcel 2. There was even a toy of this car, so you have to respect its history. Here's another car, look. That lasted for decades with the right people. Look, another car, Plate I Corcel 2. Look at how it is. This is good. Look at the alignment of the trims. This is very satisfying. All right, I know you like those Monster V8S. But wait, let's give these guys a chance too. They're cool. Check this out. I know you're dying to see the Cadillacs over there. Look at the Barracuda. Even the exhaust tip is chrome. Notice the care and detail. You may not like the Corcel 2, but you can apply its attention to detail to your own car. This is what we're talking about on Pingando Oleo. It's about the care, the attention to detail, the preservation. Right? What a beautiful color, huh? Beautiful color. Nice car, congrats. I wanted to get in to smell it. More Omegas. Look, there are the cars here. You'll see in this video if you haven't already. I always ask my editor to mix things up a bit so it's more dynamic for you to watch. A shout out to Lucas as well, my editor, my namesake, who's been giving me a lot of support here on the channel. Brasilia 4-door, awarded at the Expo Classico. This is the seal. This seal is the seal of millions. If you have a seal like this from Expo Classico, my friend, from the cream of the classic car world, Novo Hamburgo, Rio Grande do Sul has earned global respect. Look at that. The guy is from Novo Hamburgo. Man, look at that, huh? Veteran Car Club of Novo Hamburgo. This is the essence of classic cars. My friend, I'm not just praising these guys for nothing. But you saw that in Rio Grande do Sul, things are truly happening. Brasilia is beautiful, huh? Really nice. And to wrap up, I couldn't leave out two really nice guys. Ah, it's the Beetle Club from Novo Hamburgo. Look how cool the flag is. Cool, nice, huh? Really nice, beautiful cars. Then the guys introduced Novo Hamburgo and it didn't disappoint, including the entire club. They're there in their space outside. They show up every time here. We're here in Criciúma once again at another great event by veteran Car Sul Catarinense. I wanted to thank you for inviting me to be here once again. It's really important for me to be able to come and see this once again because it's truly a unique event with a very interesting variety of cars, many national cars. It's the Aguas de Lindoya of Santa Catarina here. It's a big event, a wonderful space. So thank you, Beto Cesar from Veteran Edesio from Nova Veneza, who gave me accommodation once again at that hotel, man, which is wonderful. So comfortable, such a nice smelling room. Besides, Nova Veneza is a small town here in Santa Catarina next to Criciúma, which is a place with amazing energy and a wonderful vibe. Yeah, man, every time I come here, I'm welcomed so well. I feel really good and I leave already missing it. Man, let me tell you, this is also a place that really gets to me. When I come here, I can't wait to come back again. And this time it's been the same way too. Great cars, friendly people, nice atmosphere, safe. Ah, man, this is wonderful. Look, I just got the information that the Omega has 19,000 kilometers. It has 19,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
Wow. 19,000 kilometers. He gave it to me. I'll check it out. Thanks. He said I could come in and show you. 19,000 kilometers. Look at this parade, man. This is a presidential parade. It's September 7th. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thanks. See you next time. It's not September 7th, but there's still a parade. Look at that. It saved our wallets, huh? First Brazilian goal, 1000A, hug to you. Thank you, thanks. Look how charming the little goal 1000 is. Look at this. It's really beautiful too, man. Check out that style. The classic car parade has started here in Criciúma. It's enough to make you dizzy. Let's check out the Omega's dashboard. Let's take in the smell of this. I'm like a reporter. Look at this. The seat is brand new. It's Sunday at 3 p.m., guys. People will start leaving. Man, actually, I think I'm gonna go in since he gave me permission. I'm going to walk around Criciúma. I'm going to São Paulo. That's wild. It's 19,000 kilometers. 19,000 kilometers, man. It's really true. Look at the condition of the car inside. Seriously. That's crazy, man. Look here, check this out. It's all brand new with a roof and everything. Wow, the guy's car's brand new. Wow, what an awesome car. Crazy. It got messed up here. Wow, this is the newest Omega I've seen. Out of all of them, huh? I don't think I've ever seen something this new in the Pingando Oleo videos. Amazing. What an award-winning car. Here it comes. A Golbolinha, a real hit. Look, there it comes. That's so cool. Really original, too. Beautiful, really beautiful. The hubcaps, really original. Beautiful, huh? Congratulations. Really beautiful. Congrats. Solid color. Beautiful. Congratulations. Look, we're in Brasilia. Where were those cars? I didn't see them. Now the guys are coming into the light here. Now I see them. It hit me. I felt a certain way. a certain craziness here. Man, what a sequence. Look at what's happening here. Look over there, look. Wow, look, it's Royal Night. What a car, man. Hello, Padilla, look at the roof. Now, during the day, we'll get even more obsessed with this. Check out the sticker setup. This car is amazing. The old guy sped up so the Fiat would move. Wow, look at the Omega over there. That's crazy, young guys. All right, thanks. I hope I have enough battery to cover this. The car's leaving. Let's go. Just the start. This one won. Best of show. Very well preserved. Let's go. Who's next? Passat Gran Turismo Sport. No, and in the back, the purple Golf GTI.
Good afternoon.
Bye. You too. Thanks. Look at the brand new car, man. What's going on, man? What is it? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man. Look at how beautiful this Santana is. Look at how beautiful this Corcel is. Look at this grille. I can't recall if I saw this last year. Wow, look how crazy that is. On the rust here, worn out, look. Everything is stainless steel back here. Pin on the wheel. The offset is really deep. Look how wild that is. Check out the back. That's awesome. And it works, huh? You can see the signs of use right there. It probably still does some rescues. And out of nowhere, a really nice Polara. I played. It came out in this color. Nice, right? Really well restored. Original standard. Looks great. With the wheels, cool. A national charger. I saw this one arriving yesterday. Look at the little Fiesta. Showing off here, huh? My car is totally popular. Despite from a different era, right? In the plastic era that came in the 80s and 90s, they still made cars that lasted a long time, right? That phase, even then, cars weren't that bad yet. Many components of the mechanical parts could still be trusted quite well. Now, man, it seems like things have gotten out of hand. We became hostages of the biggest factory in the world, which is China, right? It seems like only they can make things, and they do it however they want, with whatever they have. We just buy it, and that's it. It wasn't always like this. If I used and maintained a little car like this, it could last 40 years with simple maintenance. That's why it's cool to see a car like this, in this condition. The original windows, look. The car is beautiful. Look, the Corvette. New tire, nice. Full wheels. Pretty cool. LK, this annoying guy here, tall. Like this. Restored in this style. It's too much for us, right, my brother? Especially for us who are more used to cars and trucks. Cars and pickups. When we see trucks like this, we start thinking, right? How do those guys work? To restore this, little by little, we start learning a bit more with the trucks. That's when I end up recording. And for them, it's normal, right? You see, I was at Rossini, at Rosini in Curitiba, and at Igor's in São Marcos, Rio Grande do Sul. Their work is meticulous, man. Those guys don't give up until they have it just right. And now there's this trend of pickup trucks for leisure, right? It's not a work truck, just one for driving around with only the cab. Cruising around, taking the family out in maximum comfort. Look how beautiful this is. This is the Pro Sleeper. For sleeping professionally. It's comfort taken seriously. Look at this setup here with the exhausts. Wow, that's crazy. Look at the bass. Awesome. This is already an international, isn't it? Foreign truck standard. These long-nosed trucks, the Americans. Why do more long-nosed trucks exist in the United States? And for us, the flat-nosed trucks work better. Because of our terrain. Our terrain has a lot of hills and slopes, so the wheelbase works better when it's short or smaller, because our terrain has a lot of mountains, a lot of ups and downs. And the flat nose and long nose trucks, the American ones, they can have a much longer wheelbase between one axle and another. Because over there in the United States, the terrain is much flatter, so the truck can be much bigger. That's why they're bigger. This way, the terrain helps a lot. So much so that in Europe, they also use a lot of flat-nosed trucks, because the geography of Europe is very similar to that of Brazil. The United States is completely flat. The United States is completely flat. Look, this one is also really beautiful. It's really beautiful. This, for me, is the 1932. 1933. It's the most beautiful of all. Look at this color combination. And this front. Look at this. Look at these colors. It's beautiful. He's beautiful, man. Really, really beautiful. Very pretty. So you still saw a lot of those long-snouted ones in Brazil, right? The Jacaré. Gradually, it began allowing more space. To the flat-fronted ones, to the straight-fronted ones, because they perform better on our terrain. Then they started using technology to study, to understand what works best in each country, but that's when it comes to hauling cargo. If you're just going for a ride with your family, my friend, you can come with whatever you want, and you'll do just fine on the roads of Brazil. Look how beautiful they are, man. Beautiful. Very nice. Really cool. It's great that there are trucks and buses mixed together. Hey, yesterday I got into this one. Really original inside. He just painted the outside and cleaned the inside. The truck is super nice and well preserved inside. Wow, look at Feneme's level. Look at the beauty of this here in these colors. Jesus Christ. This guy is really a pain, isn't he? Hey, why did you travel so much around our country? Wow, this is indestructible. Indestructible. Really beautiful. This one, I talked to him last year. It still has the dripping oil sticker, see? It just arrived. Putting on the finishing touches. Look at the color of this, man. Look at the chrome in the front. We saw this front in the rearview mirror, huh? Your dad saw this front in the rearview mirror a lot, too. Look at the restoration that was done here. That's crazy, man. Look, guys, we found the owner of the car, Tiago. Hey, Tiago, that's right. This car has been in the family for many years.
It's been in the family since it had 0 miles.
Since zero.
My grandfather bought it new in Criciúma in 1985, and it's been in our family since. It only changed owners when he passed away, right? Then it went to my dad, and my dad passed it on to me. It's at the same address, still registered, since 1985. Only the owner changed, but it's still at the same address, in the same place, and in the same garage.
What a story. That's wild, Tiago. Did it ever have any major accidents, any dents that you remember, any body work or paint jobs?
What was done to it? It was a garage bump.
Just a few scrapes.
The worst crash was when my grandma was learning to drive.
Your grandma learning to drive was the biggest hit.
Crashing into the garage.
Everything here is hers. Nothing significant has changed.
The hood and both fenders were repainted because of the garage crashes in the front, but the rest is all original.
Man, that's awesome. And it's four-wheel drive, right?
Four-wheel drive is working.
Wow, and everything's working. Can I see the engine bay?
Sure, let's open it.
What a story. The whole family is here. Look over there. All right, guys.
Those neighbors recognize the car too, look.
Neighbors familiar with the family's car. They've known the car for years already.
They've known the car for years.
That's crazy, man, since day one.
Little compound high turbulence engine, ethanol 1.6. This one has a story.
All original.
All original, breaker, everything. My grandfather's makeshift fixes are still there on the reservoir cap and the water sender. Look.
Is a makeshift fix.
I refuse to change it because it brings back memories, you know?
Leave it as is. Don't touch it. How many kilometers does it have?
98,000 kilometers.
Look, that's still not much, right?
40 years.
He only lived around here.
He only lived around here. There were never any big trips, nothing too long. It was just from home to work.
Amazing. When are we going to see another one like this? The Bellina 4x4, only owner from this city. That's crazy, huh, Tiago? So are you going to take care of it? Are you going to keep it?
This stays in the family. It's my 6-year-old son's favorite.
It's already his favorite.
Mentioning selling it upsets the boy.
He already likes it. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, guys. Look at that.
It's a rare, hard-to-find four-wheel drive version. In the GL version, you usually see different cars and photos online in the L version.
That's true.
Finding another GL will be tough.
That's right. Vintage keychain. I saw the key there. Do you have the manual?
Both keys.
Invoice, everything.
Furauto.
You don't even need to change much, right, Tiago? Just keep it as is.
Just keep it as is.
Just use it. Very cool. Congratulations, Tiago. I ask for everyone's understanding. I ask that you make yourself comfortable. Don't answer your phone. Keep watching television. I know you watch Pingando Olio much more on television than on your phones. Look. Scenes of pain and suffering. The newspaper is really for protection. The carpet? This square here belongs entirely to the two brothers who bring these cars every year. By the way, every year they bring some different cars, right? So they brought some Cadillacs to be available here on display. Yesterday they were maneuvering here. I kept an eye on it, sat on those little chairs in the back there. Man, I don't know. I think this line of Cadillac coupe, two-door convertible or not, from 54 or 55. I don't know. I think they're the most beautiful cars of all. It's hard to pick the most beautiful of all, but man, I don't know if there's anything more beautiful than this. You know what I mean? When you start noticing the design, the whole set, it's so pleasant. Everything makes so much sense. And they're not even my favorite cars, you know? In terms of design, it's not even the era or the decade that I like cars the most. Many of us who watch Pingando Olio here don't have that as a preference either. But when you notice what they are, in the construction of this here, in every sense, drawing engines, right? The size of the engines, looks, finishes, chrome interior. It's so much put together. It's such a strong brand that I don't know. I think the Cadillac line in terms of class, maybe it's the one that makes us want it the most, right? The most memorable name also carries much meaning at its core. So when you mention Cadillac, it's almost unbeatable. We have the Impalas too, but I think the Impala line already came with a different proposal. The Cadillac is all about comfort, all about luxury. So it's tough. I don't know. It's hard to beat these guys, man. For me, the best example is right here. Look, this model is the 54 or 55. This is so tasteful. And if we look at this specific car, from these two brothers who, by the way, I had a quick chat with, let's see if I can bring him in for a conversation so we can clear up some doubts, find out where this was painted, man. Look at the level of care invested in it. In a car like this, imagine the responsibility of restoring to build and assemble something like this. Check it out. I'm about to get to a particular detail about these cars, this specific model, which to me is just crazy. A trip, a journey into madness. Because besides the guy drawing, okay, the car's design is great and it was easy to put it into production because the design is super, super nice, really beautiful. That's what we had. It was meant to shock. It's beautiful, but wow. When you arrive in these circles here, then you have to stop and say, my friend, no, that's too much. You can't do something like that. Then the guy said, yes, you can. Why? No, you can't, because it will be, no, let's do it. If he drew it so it wouldn't look good and still said, let's do it. Get there and tell the guys, check this out. How do you keep this clean? To me, this wheel is art. With this logo, right? In the middle. Cadillac. For me, this here is, besides having its main role in the car is engineering to make the car safe. But here these guys created a real piece of art, man, a work of art. Then you look a little more to the side here. Look at how the car's restoration is. Look at the trim. What a job they did on this. Man, what a fantastic car. I've always liked this car. To me, it's the most beautiful of them all. I like the black version of it. Hardtop, not convertible. And without the rear kit. Look. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful, really beautiful. What a wheel. Like that. And those are some big tires, right? A 7-liter engine, I think it's 7 liters here. V8 too. Not to mention the interior. Man, the interior of this thing is really something else. Man, there isn't. I don't think there is. For the Cadillac line, Lincoln. I don't know. Yeah, they're beautiful, man. Here come the younger ones, right? The new ones. Here, it's already 75. Look how much it's changed. How it became so square. Look at the difference here. To here, that airplane tail thing got lost. Look, it stops having the rounded taillights, right? The cars started to lose that thing, the more rounded lines. Look. They already had a more squared shape. It's almost 80 already. See, it's 75 here. This is an Eldorado, but the cars still had proportions. Gigantic. Man, the size of the hood on this thing, dude, it's really cool. And you used to see this a lot in the movies, right? Because American cinema was evolving and developing quickly, and cars started to appear a lot. Not that they just started, but cars have always been a part of cinema. But as a lot more movies started coming out, those of us who grew up in the 80s and 90s still got a lot of that in the movies. Look, a lot of chases. That would show up as extras in the movies. Square front, square headlights. That's a whole different vibe, man. A whole different vibe. But still, huge cars. Man, Cadillac is... I'll tell you, man, good morning. Is tough. Cadillac Eldorado 75. Beautiful and white with chrome hubcaps. It's a lot of car. The interior, look. Cadillacs were never bad, right? There was never a basic Cadillac, an entry-level Cadillac. Look, another DeVille. This one is also from 70. Look at the taillights, man. Look at the body on this thing, how stretched it is. The guy who did this, the bodywork guy who did this, deserves a round of applause. 1 minute. Applaud the guys who worked on this. Look, to make all this come together and look good. Not just anyone gets their hands in here and does a job like this with such mastery. There are a lot of trims, a lot of emblems. The sheet metal impressions are very large. Doing the body work, aligning all of this welding ahead. It's so cool seeing this live. That's awesome. Another Eldorado here, look. And I'm going to film the wheel here so you can understand. Here, on top of a Continental kit. Look at the wheel again. Isn't this like an acid trip? The guy who designed this was totally out of it at work. The guys laughed. Then the director said, "What are you guys laughing at? What's going on?" They said, "Dude, look at the wheel he drew." What nonsense, right, man? Look at the wheel he drew. The boss looked and said, I like it. Send it. Went to the blacksmith to see if he could make it. He looked and said, "No, boss, that's not possible." He said, "Yes, it is possible. It is possible and it's going to look good. Put it in the drawing." Add it to the car drawing. He had the guy draw the car with wheels. He said, "Let's do it. It'll look cool." When it arrived, he said, "That's it." On the remote control.
Yeah.
Let me see. Look how fancy.
I'll put the Dodge here.
Oh, you're going to put your Dodge there. Look, he's going to put the Dodge here. And he's going home with the Charger. Towed. Nice, right? Beautiful set. More Omega coming. It's majestic, isn't it? I didn't know that. Wow, Infinite Garage. Really had no idea. They hide their toys and don't admit having everything. Look at that. All right. Go up to Blazer, look, S10. He said he'll call you there tomorrow and take me to some garages. Cool, thanks. Who else is coming? That one was for sale here for 30 or 29,000, right? Even the Peugeot looks beautiful. Check this out. New headlights, wheels, and paint. Nice. See you. Thanks. Look at that cool car, man. Hey. Awesome, man. What is that? Pretty crazy. Look over there. Ah, and he showed off. Rich people stuff, rich French people stuff. Look who's here. Look how nice. See you, thanks. Who left that oil stain there, huh? Nice, huh? There, look,
How are you, my friend?
a hug for you all. Thanks. Nice little goal, huh? What a goal. And here comes Detroit. You see Detroit, man. Look how crazy that is. Crazy, huh? He cut the roof, patched it up. He made the chassis at home. Look, Jeep engine, 6 cylinders. Clark transmission, Omega differential, gasoline. F75 cabin. 3 years to prepare? That's wild. Is this necessary? How does it work? Look, does it go on the floor or does it? This is essential for us to have fun. Really crazy. Ah, these are the guys from Argentina. They said a group came from Argentina or Uruguay, probably Argentina. That's wild, beautiful, right? Really crazy. Look, here they are. They came in these vans here. Look, an Astrovan. Oh, that's cool, man. Matte gray, black windows. This is FBI level. Check out the front. That's cool. Really awesome. Naval. I'll show up ahead the naval we filmed last year. Who builds the corrals? Look there, dripping oil sticker. Look at this. Yeah, wow, that's crazy. Nice, huh? Hey, there's Navo. Check this out. We walked around, went to see his garages. Wow, he's really skilled. He can build anything he wants. Check out what he does in his garage. He builds motorhomes, right? His video went viral on YouTube. It got over 500,000 views. He was happy, and many people asked for his contact info, wanting to build a really cool car. Very cool. Ah, this is cool. Look. Check out this El Camino Blue Knight. Look how different it is. It instantly reminded me of Padilla. Here, a special edition that's blue on the inside, man. It's the Royal Knight. Blue stripes. The interior is blue. Super beautiful, man. Look. Very interesting and cool. That's rare, huh? Look at the hood. Check out the front. Check out the front. Well, here's the thing. We made it. We did it. Thank you to everyone who voted. We are among the top 20 transportation and automobile channels in Brazil for the IBEST Award. Thank you for supporting me throughout the campaign and voting. The voting continues in the second half of the year, so we can try to be among the top 10 and also try to make it to the finals. Why is this important? Because in the midst of so much technology and all the digital things that have been coming up, being able to be among the best just using the old cars is very important so that we value the work that was done in previous years. Everything that exists today in digital and technology shows that analog still has a lot of charm. There's still a lot of firewood to burn, a lot of gas to burn before this whole technological revolution arrives. I'm not against it. I don't raise a flag against other types of cars. I just make sure that classic cars have their space and are increasingly appreciated by the public and by people as well. Thank you. And let's push forward with the rest of the voting starting in the second half of the year. Probably. You grew up, lived. You were there in the 90s. And you fell in love with this place. But since everything has always been expensive in Brazil, it wasn't easy to have. And now look, two more examples of cars that survived. Was to that we lived through, what we went through. And we survived. Beautiful in terms of design, the craftsmanship of the car. Aged well. This, of course, the design. German, right? But look how beautiful this is. This was something we really wanted. You who are watching with your dad might not really understand this. But this car, man, I always say or joke that this is the real Gold GTI. This one really gives you a good feeling when driving. It's comfortable and has a nice grip. For me, it doesn't make sense for this to cost less. Better than a Gold GTI, but for those who wanted one, no way. In terms of experience, grabbing and driving, shifting gears, feeling the asphalt through the suspension, this one crushes the goal. A little lower, it has a sportier feel. It's nice to drive, the grip on the steering wheel. The gear shift, the gear shifting, the seats, the dashboard. The interior, man, you can't compare it, dude. There's no way. You can't even compare it to a Gol. I'm making comparisons, but this here is extremely superior. And let's go to this design is far more beautiful than a Gold GTI, sorry guys. There was purple, black, red, and white. There were other colors. Wow, the white one is beautiful. The black one is beautiful. Look, 2 doors, comfortable, spacious inside, Recaro seats. Reliable mechanics. It's a hell of a car, guys. If you being younger, look closely, you'll see much beauty. From my side, I'll say it's not the same comfort or experience. But think about something fun. Think about something that moves, that used to make trouble on the avenues. In Brazil, this car is stunning. Reliable, man. Durable, right? Italian minds working in Brazil. Very beautiful, man. Congratulations to the owners. Really super beautiful. Look at the originality of this. Hey. Listen to the engine roar. What a shine. What a sequence, huh, guys? What colors? Sorry about that, man. I already started hit record on the camera to record and I was already laughing. I'm gonna tease this Gold GTI a little today just for fun, okay? But there's some truth to it. This one is another Gold GTI. Look, here's a Gold GTI. Look, and what about this? Comfortable, nice to drive, beautiful, classy. Factory features you just can't beat. Versions with manual transmission, automatic transmission, air conditioning, leather seats, 6 cylinders in line. Look at the level. How about this, huh? This here is cheaper than a Gold GTI. How is that possible? I don't know. I'll leave that to you guys to answer, okay? I'm gonna tease a little. Look. Here's the cousin. It just needs to be manual. Look at these wheels here. This is a serious Gold GTI, my friends. Sorry for teasing the Gold GTI, but it's because it's hard to understand, right? We don't have an explanation for everything, so what we can do is just have a laugh about the situation. Let's check out the gearbox. Look, it's a manual gearbox. Manual gearbox. What? Car, gentlemen, is it really an M3 or not? I don't know. Look here, this is cool too, look. 535. C-Class 280 over there, Mercedes, C90s. Look over there, Audi. An A4. When it launched, it was also a spaceship, right? We saw it on the street as kids and went wild. This was also a millionaire's and president's car, man. This is the 6 Series, right? Look, black plate. That's so cool, man. And then it mixed with this here. Look, our national products. Brazil was a mix of things, right, man? That's cool. We're privileged in a way, right? To have a rich country. We've always been rich. Our problem was never a lack of wealth. We have money. What we do with our money is another story. But, my friend, we practically feed the whole world with the wealth we have here in our land. We're millionaires. It's just that our money runs out, allowing us to buy more of this than that. In fact, in the past, we were able to produce this at home. Design, plan, manufacture, and put these things up for sale. Now we can barely make a decent little car to sell, right? We let BYD come in with a ship, I don't know how many thousands of cars, and they unloaded the BYDs here at our ports, right? They dumped a bunch of electric cars. Why? Because we can't do anything anymore. Mano, I'm crying out of nerves. I'm laughing out of nerves. Look here at what we used to do. How cool, huh? Pretty crazy, huh? Nice Chevette. Nice. Slightly lowered. Nice. See the other one there? That's a Junior. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice, huh? Really cool. I like the Krishima event because of that, because a lot of national cars come. It's what we lived on the streets of our country, from our own production, our own industry, our own skills. We used to seem more capable, right? How is that possible? We were more capable in the 80s, when we had less technology, fewer tools than we are now. Today we have everything at our fingertips. We have information. The world has become unified. People talked about globalization. We were part of that and we didn't take advantage of it. We let things fall apart and no longer produce anything. There are no more national cars. What we had, we found a way to get rid of. Oh, that's cool. Check out that four-door Maverick. It's so original. That's beautiful. There are restoration photos here. Look. Look, it was featured in the magazine there, which is Classic Show. By the way, the new Classic Show magazine is coming out, huh? It will launch in Aguas de Lindoya this year. A super luxury 4 doors. Really cool. Check inside. The car is brand new. Imagine if I were that laid-back guy who just opens the door because he's filming. I've never done that, man. Nice, huh? Really nice. Look at the combi. Pretty too, huh? Look at the bodywork. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Wow, beautiful on the inside. Very beautiful. Hey, want to see an example? We killed it. Look at this. We completed this here. It's entirely local. Check out the design. So nice. Santa Matilde is awesome. Look. Next to a beautiful Bel Air. Aero Willys here, 2 Chamboards. Awesome, awesome event. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this car is.
One side is original, the other isn't. This one is original, this one is original.
Beautiful. What a car, what a vehicle presentation. What a shame, right, man? It even makes you sad seriously. How strange. We could have so much more, right? We could be happier when it comes to cars. Look, there's a dart right there on the corner. A Charger isn't a dart. Complain all you want, go ahead, call your dad. To say that I'm talking nonsense on the internet, you can argue. This is a dart. It's a dart with some carnival accessories. I'm going to cause trouble online today. Check out this space. is a Detroit engine. Guys, that's crazy. That's why it has that roar. Detroit V6. How wonderful. All right. Later, we'll call the owner to open the safe and take a look. Wow, that's crazy. The guy put a Detroit in there. Makes sense. Look at that. Hey, it's not every day that we have at our disposal. Such a classic moper. So beautiful. Like this one here that I'm recording for you. There are some cars that sometimes not knowing the story might be better since we keep thinking about it otherwise. If this is original, is this black background the factory background? If it was repainted, it seems like there's a certain secret that's worth keeping under wraps. Not knowing exactly, so we can keep wondering, is this really original? Is it not? Has it been repainted or not? For me, the coolest Mopars, the Plymouths, the Chryslers, I think, for me, they're the coolest ones, are the Cuda and the Barracuda. This right here is a shorter car. It's a smaller car. It looks sporty. Plymouth is the brand that invested the most in performance out of all of them. Whenever you talk about Plymouth, you can see there was a big concern with track performance with homologation engines. To drive powerful cars on the street. And they're extremely beautiful, simple, and straight to the point, man. That's really interesting. The level this is at with this chipped paint, those magnums there, this is really crazy. Super cool. Do you see some patches on the hood here? I won't call it a bad paint job since it could be original or just very old. Take a look at this front. If not, it's a wonderful piece of industrial design that survives to this day, man. This is so beautiful. What a car. What a brand. What a patina, right? Look, it's coming up in the background. Look at this, man. What a car. This one gave a lot of trouble on the tracks, man. This one gave a lot of trouble. For Ford, for Good Morning, they always tried to run over the other brands on the track. Imagine this short rear-wheel drive. It's not a huge boat like we're used to, right? They're not the ocean liners we like here. It's a small, short, old car, big engine, rear-wheel drive, horsepower. And look, to me, this is charming. I think it's really cool. An old car with a luggage rack on the trunk doesn't make much sense, does it? Of course, American families used to travel a lot on the roads, so maybe they needed this. But I would never take that off. If I bought a car like that, or a station wagon, or a Dodge Charger with a luggage rack, I would never take it off. It's strange. You might even think it's ugly, but you have to keep it. It's part of the car. Many of them actually came like that from the factory. That meant that despite the power and sportiness, it was the family who was going to use it. Hitting the road? Great. Some United States stickers are still here. Look. For parking permits somewhere. At a company or university. Man, this looks like an extremely well-preserved car. Doesn't it look like it? It doesn't look like patina done in a shop. No, I think the guy bought an American car with pedigree. It's absurd. These paint details here, that's not really something you do, right? This here was created by time, man. Time is a builder too. The action of time works in our favor, creating imperfections in the cars. And here is already a different profile. A different car profile. But still following the line of, I don't know if I can call it a muscle car, but keeping the line of the old V8 S2 doors. Here, if you change the wheel and tire profile, the car changes completely. But look how beautiful it is to see it in its original condition with the original hubcaps, the height. Just imagine how comfortable it is to drive. In the way it is here, it must have the original exhaust sound, really quiet. This is a Buick Skylark. How beautiful. Look at the color, kind of green with gray. The trim that goes all the way down. Beautiful. Buicks are also a strong presence at events, right? From the Buick 8 to these Riviera the Skylarks, beautiful cars with amazing dashboards inside, matching the exterior design. They're really crazy. Look at the gray seat, super beautiful. This is a cool surprise, right? An American dark convertible. This right here, look. This is the base that Chrysler used in Brazil to make all the cars during the 10 years it was here. It was this mold right here, look. You know, like a cake mold? It was just one mold to make everything. And the guys managed with just this. How crazy is the guy who brought a dart like this to Brazil? There are only a few, man, and this is worth a lot of money in the United States. This is costly overseas, around $40,000 to $50,000. Look how nice this car is on the inside. And it's even a convertible. Wonderful, man. Original dog dish, Chrysler emblem in the center. Awesome. How cool that Chrysler bought it. That brand. Dodge kept the name and the essence of the brand, right? Which is power, durability. And kept the legacy of the Dodge brothers. Chrysler bought it and keeps it to this day. They even invented an electric car, already gave up, and soon the Hemi engine will be back. Here it's a small V8. A little V8, but look how cool. It's the same car, just Brazilianized in the local style. Awesome. There's a Corvette over there. Here's a Mini. Here's a Chevy. And over there, man, look at this. A Cougar. I'm not usually a fan of this model, but this one looks good. Half vinyl roof. I'm not gonna say Las Vegas, that would be wrong, but the color is nice, it matches well. Awesome, huh? Grand Mercury Cougar XR7, that's it. Beautiful. Beautiful with new BF tires. Magnum wheels, impressive car, right? That's how you say it. Look at the rear, that's cool. It's weird, right? It reminds me of those Mustangs, but it's so beautiful. This middle headlight is probably just a reflector. It's strange but cool, man. Old cars have some things that are sometimes strangely beautiful. That's what is the cool thing about it. The sequence here, look, this here is the pure essence of the classic car. The winner there, for me, without a doubt, is Barracuda. The Dodge Dart, the Buick. What a beautiful lineup. Let's check out the lineup of Opalas here. Landau too. Look at those Cadillacs we saw. Are you crazy, son? Call the old man. This is just too good. Isn't it crazy? That's awesome. Look over there. See, already slipping away in the back. See? There's a Grand Luxo there. I want to see if I can find a Grand Luxo. But you know, the Opala Grand Luxo is something out of a movie. It's something else, man. It's something that makes you feel dizzy. So many Opalas here. Wow, check out this crazy guy. Left the electric air conditioner open here. See how they do it now. The air conditioner is hidden inside the fender. Look, it's a Machado Automotive Air. He even left a business card there. I won't take it because I'm stuck by the tape here. Otherwise, I would take the contact. But that's it. People hide the electric air conditioner in there. They put it on the fender and the engine bay stays clean. But let this be a warning. The problem with this is during maintenance, every component we put in the car will eventually need maintenance. I don't know how it works when you need to do a full service on the air conditioner. Look, how beautiful. This is so cool. Check it out. Wow, what a view, man. Wow, you don't see that anymore. Wow, that's beautiful, man. Laser, right? See how cool the local ones are? Look at what we used to do. The brands gave us a little bit and we would go there and work, man. Brazilians worked and found a way to supply the market with new things, with trends, with sports cars. Look at the simplicity, that's cool. I love Chevette. I'd easily have a Chevette there. The Grand Luxo, found it. Look at the level of this here. Look at this here, look. My friend, this guy here is a customer of Brunelli. I talked to him yesterday. I don't know if he bought this one from Brunelli, but he buys a lot of cars there. Every time I come, he says, "Where's Andre? I bought the cars at Brunelli. I'm about to go there again." Wow, what a beautiful car, man. Check out this cool car, Brunelli. Very nice. The Grand Luxo is the pinnacle of the Opalas, right, man? Look. It can't get any more beautiful than this. What a color, man. What a beautiful color. Beautiful. What a finish, my friend. This isn't normal, huh? This right here isn't normal, no. Among the event's most beautiful cars, he's also the owner of that F1000, which I filmed here last year, which he bought from Reginaldo from Campinas. He's a major client here. Look at his F1000. Finding some, oops, okay.
Hey, Lucas, how's it going?
All good, all right, cool.
I always follow your channel.
Hey, thanks. Thank you. Here, take a sticker.
Thanks.
Thanks, see you. GTI Go, little Voyage. Look, man, check this out. Tell me this isn't like going back in time. It's like we're at Anhembi, back in São Paulo at the Sunday car market. Is this an 80 Voyage? What year is it? Look at my Voyage. This one is 85. I was going to say 86, Gold GTI. We're at Anhembi selling cars. Dude, look at the Ipanema. The competitor in the same color, Marajo. Parachi. Seriously. It looks like a Sunday car fair at Anhembi. Look at that gold. What the heck? Hey, Chevette. Monza. Bellina. 4x4? Now that's messed up, huh? Brown with brown interior. Look at that car. That's awesome, man. Big Passat Eclipse. I'm telling you, this feels like going back in time. That's awesome, man. What a trip, dude. That's sick. Look at the GS. Fun, huh? That's cool, man. Really awesome. Look, another coupe, another gold GTI. You guys have really worked on this one, huh? Have you already done a lot to this car? This one has already had 50 owners. This car has already had 50 owners. 38 paint jobs, but look, how fancy. That's awesome. Whoever painted last painted best. Awesome. And here, the best of all, right? By far the best national car. Easily the best national car we've had in Brazil. And we still have it, right? Here, a standing headlight.
Put it over there in the corner.
Look at how beautiful this is. Oh my God. He suddenly went crazy. The dance of the trucks. LP is amazing. LP is wonderful. And in this state here, look. This truck is beautiful. The chassis is impressive. Be careful with my Bellina, that's alcohol. Careful with my Bellina. Look how beautiful it is. Go, man, go.
Forward, forward. What a job, man. Really crazy. You'll have to move forward there to park in this spot. Look. It's beautiful, man. This thing is really great. The adrenaline is intense. Imagine being that guy. Stubborn guy. Now it got easy.